Welcome to another Synfig tutorial, and in this one we will be taking a look at how to do a lip sync in Synfig. Okay, so let's get started. So here I have a folder with all the different parts of my images. I have an image of a head and I have 9 different mouth shapes that we'll be using. Now you could have created this inside of Synfig, but I chose to create this outside using another program, so we'll have to import these images into Synfig. Okay, but please note that you could create the character in Synfig. Okay, it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna select all of these and import them into the program here. All right, so here I have my images and I'm just going to go ahead and organize these. So as you can see, we're counting from 1 to 9 here, but I want them to go the opposite way. So I want the 1 to start at the top, then 2 afterwards, then 3, and so on and so forth. So I'm just clicking on them and then moving them up to reorganize them. Okay, now you don't have to do this, but I like to stay organized in that way. Okay, and when we're doing the switch out of the different images, they will start from the top down. Okay, so now there are 2 ways that we can do this. We can put all of these into a switch layer by selecting them like so, right click and clicking on group layer into switch. And then now what we could do is to animate this, we would come here, just click on this, and well, I'm on the wrong layer, so let me go on the switch layer, and then you would just click here, and then you would click on the shape that you want to change out. Okay, now to animate this, of course, you turn on animate, and then you would go down the timeline and switch out the different mode shapes. But this to me takes way too long, so I'm going to create a controller for what we need to do here. All right, but you can do it that way, right? And I'm not going to explain how to create the controller because I already have tutorials on how to do that, which I'll link in the description below. Okay, so that you can go back just in case you forgot how to do that. Okay, so now we can begin our lip syncing. All right, so with everything set up, I'm gonna go ahead and delete the initial keyframe here because I never use the initial keyframe. And I am going to go to, okay, so there are 2 things that we need to do, right? We need to click on the audio icon here, and we need to import the audio that we will be using here, right? And you won't hear the audio from here. All this does is it allows you to see the waveform of the audio. Okay, so let me click on this button here that says none, and I'm just gonna go to my folder and find my audio. So we'll be using this. Click open. So if I click play, I'm going to press Ctrl P for the shortcut. Notice that nothing plays, right? Again. So we'll need to import the audio over here in our layers. So right click, go to new layer, other, and click on sound. And then we'll have to go back to where our sound is. Okay, and click on it and click on load here, right? Load at the bottom here. And once that's done, we'll see the audio over here, and this allows us to hear the audio, while this allows us to see the waveform. I'm just going to turn on the preview here to preview this real quickly, and then I'm going to press Ctrl and P on my keyboard, or you can press play, but I prefer pressing Ctrl P because it gives me more real-time results. So Ctrl P.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Okay, all right, let me play this again.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel.
So the character says hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, right? Okay, so let's get this animation started. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the clamped keyframe type here to constant. All right, and I'm going to go over to my timeline here, and I'm going to turn on animate, right? And I'll be switching between these 2 to see where I'm at. Okay, now there is technically a rule on how to do this, but when I'm doing lip sync, right, I tend to just listen to the audio and then match up the shapes to what I'm listening to. Okay, but keep in mind that there technically is a way to do this, a rule, right? But I, learn the rule and then I guess break it. But this is another way as well, right? But it's not necessarily the best way. It is the best way for me. So I just thought that I would throw that out there, so that you guys can know. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So let me play this.
Hello and welcome.
Okay, so L-O. So need to find that mode shapes that correspond with that. So L-O. All right, so I'm gonna go to my controller here, and I want to start off with his mouth open like so. So I'm going to maybe come here, and then I'm gonna add a keyframe for this by just moving this, right? Then I'm come in here, and I want to find a mouth shape that is open. I'm gonna use this one. So let me play this back. We'll have to keep on playing it back just to hear the audio. All right, let me play that back.
Hello and welcome to my
Okay, so I want a shape that corresponds to that, which is maybe this L-O, and then an O-shaped mouth. So I'm gonna L-O. I'm gonna change this out to that one. Let me play this back. Okay, let me play it back again because I didn't hear it the first time.
Hello and welcome to my
so
YouTube.
that is looking pretty snappy.
Hello and welcome to my
It's not
YouTube.
perfect, but we can always come back and change the shape. But just for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna leave it as is. Okay, so hello. Okay, and I'm gonna change his mouth shape back to the original mouth shape here. So hello, and then he closes his mouth. I'm gonna press I just pressed the preview so it would play much faster. So hello, and I'm gonna check my waveform. Hello, and it should start as and here, and yeah, so and so he should begin to open his mouth here. So let me go back to my keyframes panel. Hello, and right, so I'll move a little bit ahead. Hello, and I'm going to go back to that open mouth shape here. All right, so yeah, so all we're doing is just switching out the different mouth shapes to match up to the audio, right? So if something doesn't appear to match, you can just keep going in and switching out the mouth shape to a shape that seems to match, right? But you'll have to keep on listening to the audio in order to know what you're doing or know what shape goes where, which shape goes where. Okay, so let me play this again.
Hello and welcome to
and I'm going to go here and
hello and welcome
and well, let me go to a O shape, press this and play.
Hello and welcome to
Okay, definitely not liking that part, so let me
hello and
well welcome. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay,
hello and welcome
I'm gonna change this to the O shape, one of the O shapes. I have plenty of O shapes, so I'm gonna change it out to this one. Welcome. I'm gonna switch this out to the original one. All right, and then play.
Hello.
And play again just to hear it. Now the most difficult part of this is, you know, having to keep on playing the audio and listening.
Hello and welcome.
Let me go ahead and play again.
Hello and welcome.
Yo, Kimari.
Okay, welcome to. Let me go ahead and look at the audio to. Again, if it's not perfect, you can go back and fix different parts, change the different mode shapes where necessary. But I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to do that because, you know, I'm trying to save time here. But lip syncing takes time, okay, if you want to get it really perfect or close to perfect. Okay, so to my hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I have to keep on hitting preview, then play once and then play twice. To my welcome to hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My YouTube. Hello. Let me go back here. YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a different O shape here. Well, no, let me go back to that one. And then I'm going to go down to this, another one, which is here. Yeah, keep in mind that we're cycling through the image. So let me just state this before I continue. These numbers refer to where the images are on the ZDEP, in ZDEP space or in Z space, right? If I come over to my properties here, right, and I click on this right here, right, the Z position, wherever you can change the Z position here to correspond to whichever one of these, and it will go to that particular shape. So that's what this controller is actually doing when you're rotating it. It's cycling through each of these images. But you could go in and type the particular Z position to change out to that particular shape. Okay, all right, so back to this one. Okay, so let me listen to this again here. YouTube. Okay, don't want that shape. Let me play this again. YouTube. I'm switch it out to this YouTube. Channel. Okay, I'm gonna use this shape. I haven't used it yet, so I'll play that once, play it again to hear it. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my channel. Let me go here. Channel. And let me see what that looks like. Okay, so again, this takes time, but just okay, so that is looking fine to me. I'm not gonna go ahead and try to make it all super perfect. All right, so once you're finished, just remember to save, right, just in case anything happens. I'm going to save this as lip sync. All right, save that out. All right, so now once you're done, the sad thing about this particular version of Synfig, which is 1.4, is it doesn't allow you to export audio. So we'll have to export the export out the animation and then put the audio in using another program. And we can do that using pretty much any video editor, whether it be After Effects or any of those video editors. But I'm going to show you how to do it using Krita and Blender. Okay, so I'm going to show you using Krita first. So let's go ahead and export this. So I'm just going to go to File. Oh wait, before that, the lip sync stops here. So I'm just going to go to maybe frame 72, and I'm going to go here and just type 72, right? Because we want to stop the animation there. And I'm going to go to Canvas, Properties, Time, just to make sure that it stops at 22. You can see that here. Okay, and I'm going to go to File, Render, and we want to make sure that the target is changed to PNG, because we will be exporting as a image sequence. And then I'm going to choose where I want to put this. So I'm just going to go to my lip sync folder here, and I'm going to create a folder, call it Render. Now you don't have to do this, right? But I just want to stay organized. So I'm going to put all of my images in here. All right, and I click OK. Well, you can rename it here, rename it to whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it at lip sync .png. Okay, and click on OK. And once you have finished setting up that, you don't need to change anything else. Just click on render, and then it will render. And if we go to that location, we can actually see the images rendering out. Right, so that is pretty cool. So we'll just wait until this is rendered out. Right, I believe it's 72, and I'm just going to go ahead and open up Krita while that is rendering. Okay, so if you don't have Krita, you can always download it because it's completely free. Okay, and let me show you how or where you can go to download it if you don't know how to. So I'm just going to open up my browser, and I believe the website is called krita.org. Okay, and so let me just go ahead and type that in here, krita.org, enter. Right, so when you come to the website, just go to Get Krita Now or click on download here. All right, so I'm going to click on this one, and then here you can just click on all download versions to see which one corresponds to your operating system, and you just choose whichever one you want. We have one for Mac, the Linux, and the different versions of Windows, right, whether it be 64-bit or 32-bit. And you just click on that to download it, and then once it's downloaded, you just install it, right? Okay, so I'm not going to show you how to download and install it, right, because you should be able to do that on your own. So let me go back to Krita here. So once you have the program installed, right, the next step is to well, it will look a bit like this. So while you're here, go to Window, then go to Workspace and click on Animation, right? Because we will be using the animation window to do our animations, and then click on new file here, or go to File and New. And what you want to ensure is that the width and the height is the same as what is in Synfig. And if you don't know your width and your height, go to Canvas, Properties, and Image here, and then where it says width, you will be able to see what values we have here and height. Okay, so we have 1920 by 1080. So let's make sure that it's the same here, and you can just type that in. I already have those values, so I'm going to leave that like so and click on Create. Okay, and then what we need to do now, after our images have been rendered, just go to File, Import Animation Frames, and click Add Frames, and we want to go to that folder where our images are, and we're just going to select all of these images. So on Windows it's Control A to select all of the images and click on Open, and then click on OK. And we can see here that it's importing the frames. It's at 97%, so we'll just wait until that's imported. Okay, and it's still importing, so just give it a moment. All right, and now it's done. So let me just bring this up by, if I go here, we can see a two-way arrow, one going up and one going down. Let me just left click and drag it, just to create more space here where we can see our timeline. So this is the timeline, and you can press the play button here to play, all right, to see your animation. Now we'll have to import audio inside of Krita. So to do that, come here, right here where you see this icon. It's very, very small, right here. Just click on it, left click, and click on Open Audio. And then we'll go back to our audio, click on that, click on Open, and then it will open the audio. Now you won't see the waveform because Krita doesn't allow you to see waveforms, right? But it's there once you open. So if I click play, okay, we can see that the audio is playing. All right, so let me stop that and let's go ahead and export. So let's go to export, go to File, not export, click on the render animation here, and then click on video because we want to export that video. And now there's something that we'll have to download to ensure that Krita exports the video. Okay, I know it's a lot to take in to download and stuff, but this is important. All you need to do is download it once and then you'll be able to use it over and over again. So where it says ffmpeg, click on where it says ffmpeg, we'll have to find a file, the ffmpeg file, to put here, right? But if you don't have it, just click on OK, and once you click on OK, it will tell you that the location of ffmpeg is unknown. Please install it. So click on the link here, www.ffmpeg.org. So click on that and it will take you to the website, and then just click on download. Okay, and then whether you're using Mac, Linux, or Windows, click on just hover over the icon that corresponds to your operating system. We already know that I'm using Windows, so I'm going to hover over here. I'm going to click on the second one here, and then I'm going to click on, we'll see a bunch of files, but we want the first one here. So click on the first one, and then it will begin to download. Now again, this file, once you download it, just put it in a safe location that you'll be able to use it again, right, where it won't be deleted. So I'm just gonna open this up, right click, extract all. So I'm unzipping it because it's zipped. Okay, and you can use WinRAR or the default software on your system to unzip it, right? So this is unzipped. So the file that we want is, let me go into the folder and click on bin. The file that we want is this one right here, right, ffmpeg. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Krita, like so. Click on OK here, and then right here I'm going to click on this folder icon, and then what I want to do is search for that file. Okay, so let me go to downloads, and then I'm going to go to bin and click on ffmpeg and open. Okay, now again, if you're going to be using Krita again to export your animations, you want to put that folder, the overall folder, within maybe in My Documents or somewhere safe on your computer, so you won't accidentally delete it. Okay, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to leave it where it is. And so yeah, you search for that file, and then where it says video location, let's go ahead and set that up. I want to put mine in my lip sync folder, and I'm going to call this lip sync, LIPSYNC, and I'm going to click save, and then click on OK, and it will render out the file, will render out the animation, and it's done. Well, encoding frames, and it's done. So let's go ahead and take a look. So it's this file here. So if I play,
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel.
So that's looking pretty good. Okay, so we're done with Krita. Let's say you don't have Krita or you don't want to use Krita. You can also use Blender. So let me show you how you would do that using Blender as well. Now I'm not going to show you how to use the programs per se. I'm just showing you how to render out the videos. All right. Okay, so when you're in Blender, just left click off of that. Oh, and to download Blender, just in case you don't know how to, just go to blender.org. Blender.org, or you can use Google to just search for Blender, and then you go to download Blender here, and then you can click this here to find the different versions for the different operating systems, right? And then you click on the one that you want, and it will download, and then you would install the program as you would normally. So once you open up Blender, it will look like this. Well, with the splash screen, just left click to click off the splash screen. And then you want to go to here where it has this plus sign, click on that, then click on video editing, and then click on video editing here. All right, so now we are in the video editor. What we want to do is import the images first. So go to add here, or click Shift and A, right? And click on image sequence, right? So Shift and A, or click add image sequence. And then now we'll have to find those files on our computer. So mine is within here, and to select all of these images, just click on A to select all of them, which is the A key on the keyboard, and click add image strip, and it will add the image strip. Oh, and by the way, if you don't want a background while you're rendering, I had a background, so to turn off the background, just click here, right? And then you would render out your image sequence without a background. Okay, if you didn't want to have a background. Okay, so let's go back to Blender, and I'm going to move down the timeline. Just click within this region here, or yeah, click within this region here and left click and just drag to move. But just go back, make sure that you're at the very start, right? And you can scroll your mouse wheel up to zoom in. So make sure you're at the very start here, because we want our audio to be exactly at the start. And then we're going to go ahead and import our audio. So click add again. So add, and then go to sound. Then we're going to search for that audio. So click on that and click add sound strip. And then our audio is imported. And then of course, if you play, you will hear it. So press the space bar to play. All right. That's the shortcut, space bar.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel.
So, and I'm going to end the animation here where the audio ends. So to end it here, right, all you need to do is notice when you move this number also moves. So this number tells you where you are. So I'm going to come here to 83, and where it says end, I'm going to click within this spot here and type 8 and 3 to end the animation right there, right? So it won't go past 83 frames. So let's go ahead and set up it to render. So over here in the right, where it says resolution X and Y, make sure it's at the same settings that we have in Synfig. Make sure it's the same. So we have 1920 by 1080, and we have start frame, end frame, which we just set up. And then where it says output, you want to go ahead and change that to where you want to output the file. And I'm going to go back to my same folder here, and down here at the bottom you want to type in the name. So I'm going to call this let's call it lip sync 2, and click on accept. Okay, so where it says file format, you want to click here and change that to ffmpeg video, right? And then where it says encoding, click on that, scroll down, And where it says container, you want to change the container to QuickTime here. So click on QuickTime. And then video codec, you want to make sure that it's on H.264. And then output quality, you want to change that to high quality. So click on high quality here. And then the most important, well, one of the most important parts is the audio. So come down to audio, and where it says audio codec, click here and make sure that you click on MP3. Okay, so click on that. And then you want to double check your settings before you begin to render. Okay, and everything is okay. So to render this out, just click file up here and click on, sorry, not file, go to render and click on a render animation, and it will begin to render. Now you can tell what frame has been rendered out by looking over here at the top left where it says frame, right? And we know that we have 72 frames, so we'll just wait until that gets to 72. Oh well, we actually stopped it at 83 inside of Blender. So that is done. Once it's done, you can just close that. And let's go back to the file. So this is it. Remember, we labeled it lip sync 2, but Blender added some extra values here. And let's open that up to see what it looks like.
Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
That's pretty much it. That's it for this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.
Yo, Marty.